Are you a nurse looking to work in the world's greatest economy? Do you want to earn great money, explore new opportunities, and build a better future for your family? Then keep watching, because in this video, I'm coming to walk you through how to become a registered nurse in the United States. Without wasting much time, let's get in. Now, as I do always in my previous nursing registration in different countries, we talk about why it is important for nurses to relocate to that country. And in the case of the United States, it's so much that we are going to stick ourselves to a few of them. Now, the first one we are going to talk about is the high salaries. USA has been consistently known to be paying nurses high salaries, and the average nursing salary is between $60,000 to $120,000 depending on your experience, your location, and how you are able to bargain for your contract. Now let's go on to the second option, which is the green card sponsorship, and you can get a permanent residency through employment, and this is offered to you, your partners, and your kids. So this means that the whole family can relocate to the United States on this green card sponsorship. Now let's talk about one of the popular things most nurses in the US do, and that is travel nursing options. You are able to explore different states, work short-term contracts, and get paid for high earnings. I can't overemphasize this, because when I call my friends in the US, last year I visited the United States, and my friends who were doing travel nursing will always come back home smiling, because they've gone to earn high salaries, and this was something that they did in a short time, even though it comes with so much sacrifices, but they pay nurses so well when you do travel nursing. Now let's keep going. Let's go on to sign-on and relocation bonuses. Now this is mostly offered by direct hire employers, and they pay so much for signing on and relocation packages. If I disclose how much I got for my signing on bonuses, most people come into my DM right now, because it is so juicy. It is so juicy. Relocating to a new country and getting more than $25,000 as sign-on and relocation bonus will go a long way to help you as a nurse. So if you are a nurse and you are watching this video, if you are in the final year in a nursing school, make sure that Nclex should be your backup plan, because as I always preach, as nurses, we need other licenses. We have to practice in different countries. We have to learn different cultures, how nursing is practiced in different cultures, and this widens our scope of thinking, and it also helps us as nurses to become confident in whatever we do. Now, another benefit is career growth and opportunity for specialization. As nurses, at a point in time, we always want to specialize in a certain field, and when you practice in the United States, you'll be given constant education, constant training. You'll be compelled to study to go higher in your career so that you specialize in a field, and specialization comes with so much salary enhancement. So if you are a nurse, going to the United States or relocating to the United States should be a must for you. Should be a must. You don't have to think twice about it. Now I'm going to stop talking about the benefits, because if I keep talking about why it is good for you to work in the United States as a nurse, you will get stuck on this session. Now let's go on to the section 2 of this whole process, and we are going to start the whole Nclex journey. Now the first thing we have to do is your credential evaluation, and this means that you send your document, your school transcripts, your NMC certificate to an agency for them to look through, and after looking through, they will confirm that indeed your license is compatible with the United States and you are eligible to practice there. So some of the agencies, or the popular ones, and the one that I always preach about, is CGFNS, now called True Merit. I always want nurses to use this, because later on you need a visa screen, and it's always good to have all your documents at one company, so that in case you need the visa screen, you don't have to go through another credentialing evaluation service. But who knows, other people also prefer to use other bodies such as JSNA, ERES, and WES. There are a lot of them, but these are the most common ones. Yes, now if you finish with your credentialing evaluation, you are going to issue a CES report, and that is after you have submitted your school transcript and your NMC has also confirmed that you are in good standing with them. Your CES report will be issued. Now when the CES report is issued, it will be sent to the board of your choice. So you have to plan ahead and know the board that you want to work, and we don't always end at the board that we initially choose to work, but you have to choose a board. For example, if you choose Texas, your CES report will also be sent to Texas, and that is when your board registration will also start. So we've now finished with our CES report, we've chosen a board, and the board also have requirements. So most of the boards will also ask you to do some registration with them, and this includes some exams, which is not a very difficult exam, and some of them will also take you through some trainings as well. These are online trainings that you will do. You also do fingerprint for security checks and some other basic stuff. So that is it with the board registration. Now, after the board registration, the next thing that you are going to do, or the third thing, is to apply for your ATT, which is authorization to test. So you are finished with your CES report, you have done your board registration. Now you can write your exams. And before you write your exams, you need ATT, which is authorization to test. So it comes with a fee. You pay the fees and you get the chance to register with Pearson VUE to sit for your exams. And before you sit for your exams, you have to know that there are some study material that becomes handy. You can go on to YouTube. Simple Nursing is there, Registered Nurse RN, and the one that I loved the most was Level Up RN. Their tuition was very simple, it was easy to follow, and after every video it comes with a quiz to help you understand whatever you learn. So that is with the YouTube videos. And when it comes to Q banks, the most popular ones are UWorld, Archer, Kaplan, and so much more. The Nclex is very bulky. You have to cover all the areas. You have to cover med-surg, ped, maternal nursing, pharmacology, how to solve prioritization questions, and so much more. This exam is very bulky, but the reward is enormous, so don't give up. Now, when you are ready for the exam and you are in Africa, most of the popular destinations are going to South Africa, going to Kenya, or go to India to write the exam. So if you're in Philippines, or if you're in India, or if you're in the United Kingdom, you can write it in your country. You don't have to relocate. But as of now, 2025, if you find yourself in Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Gambia, you need to go to one of these countries to get your exams done and dusted. Now, let's also know that we have some agencies that will support you in your Nclex process. So you have gone through all these stages, and before you even start, you need an agency to help you to start. Unless maybe you are funding the whole process. I did it on my own and it was so lovely. But if you get an agency to help you, that will also be good for you. They are going to cover the entire cost for you, and you will be able to write the exams with their guidance as well. And most of them nowadays do not want to offer this service because the passes have become a lot and they are trying to be picky and selective in their contracts. So you have to be very selective as well when you are choosing agencies, because you have to understand their terms, their conditions, and you don't have to sign any contract that will jeopardize your usrn journey. Now let's look at some of the popular agencies that we have, and the first one on my list is Passport USA. We also have AMN Healthcare and Connectis, which I am with. We also have Ogidi Payton, we have Adivia, we have Avant, we have Worldwide Health, and so much more. So these are some of the popular agencies. Now, as I said, you can contact them before your Nclex journey for them to take you through the whole process. They are going to fund the whole process for you, and some of them are going to fund some fraction of the whole process. Now, we've written our exams, we've passed. The next step is where we have to file for our I-140. So the I-140 is basically a document that is used to apply for an alien person to become a lawful resident in the United States. So you are going to file for this, and your lawyers or your agency is going to guide you through, or your employers, they are going to guide you through to file for your I-140. So you don't need to worry about all of these. So you're going to give them your details, your relationship status, basic details about yourself, your job, and so on. So that is with the I-140. Now, after you have finished your I-140, the next thing you'll be looking at is probably getting your English exam done. So you have to also know that you can write Nclex before you write your English test. You don't always need your English test to write your Nclex exam, unless maybe the agency that you registered with wants it before you write your Nclex exam, but you don't really need it before you write your Nclex exams. Now, this is the time you have to do that. And some of the English exam that you can write is the IELTS Academic, which is the popular one. You can write OET, you can also write PTE and others, but these are the popular ones. You can write any of these that you find comfortable with. Now, this English exam is needed for your visa screen, and this visa screen is important. You have to secure this one before you go for your visa appointment. If you registered initially with CGFNS, you don't need to submit any fresh documents again. They have your documents in their system, and you can use that one to do your visa screen. Now let's go on to the next step, which is your visa interview. So you've gone through all the stages, you've gotten a job, you've passed your exams, and now you are going for your interview. They are going to ask you basic questions that you already know: where you work, how long have you been a nurse, the company that you are going to work in the United States. So these are basic questions just to confirm your identity. And when you are successful, of course, you get the chance to live to the United States. Now that is basically the whole process on how to become a registered nurse in the United States. It looks like something simple, but the steps in between can be enormous. So you have to start your Nclex journey now. Now let's talk about who is eligible to write the Nclex. And the first people on the list, of course, is general nurses. And if you are a general nurse, if you have a diploma or a degree, you qualify straight away to write the Nclex. And most people who have done specialized courses, for example, midwives, mental health nurses, public health nurses, and other specialty nurses, have over the years having difficulty writing the exam. Sometimes they are able to sail through the credentialing evaluation stage if they use agencies like ERES. They are able to write the exam, and after the exam, the next difficult step that they have to cross is getting their visa screen. And as I said earlier, visa screen are done by CGFNS, and when CGFNS or True Merit look at your transcript, they might spot some discrepancies in your training. For example, midwives, most of the time they talk about the fact that they don't do other courses in nursing schools, so their training is not compatible with that of the US, so most of the time they are sidelined. So if you're a midwife or any specialty nurse, at this point you might get stuck. But what can you do if you find yourself in this position? The only advice I can give to you is that you have to enroll to do a BSc in nursing, so that you'll be able to fill in those courses that you were not able to do. So if you're a midwife, if you're a public health nurse, make sure that you do not find yourself in this position, because it's not a nice position at all. Make sure that you top up your education. If you're a diploma nurse, I will advise you to do a BSc in nursing rather than a specialty course, because who knows, unless maybe you have no intentions of traveling, but decisions can change. And I always advise my colleagues that get a degree in nursing, and if you want to specialize in ophthalmology or any other specialty, you go for it. So that is it about the eligibility criteria and how some specialty profession faces some challenges in the Nclex process. So if you have any concerns, or if you have any questions about this, or even if you're a specialty nurse and you have been able to write the Nclex successfully, leave your comment. Let us know how you were able to sail through this process. These are the step-by-step process on how to become a USRN. Now let's recap everything that we've done today. Now the first thing that we spoke about is the fact that you have to get an agency to help you to fund the whole process, or you are going to do it yourself. And know that if you do it yourself, you are going to get some relocation bonuses, and you can bargain for your salaries. And also, if you enroll with an agency, know that you'll be paid through the agency, and the agency will always be between you and the employer or the hospital that you are going to work. And working with an agency provides some job security. I think this is a different topic for another day, because everyone has their advantages and probably some disadvantages, but I think that all of them are good depending on your choice and what you want at that particular time. So this is something that you can decide on your own. So after you've gotten an agency, the next thing that you have to do is to start your credentialing evaluation. And we spoke about the fact that CGFNS or True Merit is the agency of choice, but you can use other agencies. And also you have to choose your board that you are going to use for this process. And the next one is writing your Nclex exams after getting your ATT. And after your Nclex exam, the next thing is you have to file for your I-140. And after filing for the I-140, your next step is going to write the English exam. If you don't have it, write it, secure your visa screen, and put yourself in a very good position and prepare for your visa interview. So the last point is fly to the United States and start enjoying as a US RN. And now that is all the steps that you need to become a US RN. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, hit the like bell, go to our Nclex playlist. We have a whole lot of resources for people who want to write Nclex. And also, if you are a nurse looking to work in different countries, you also have the pathway playlist where we talk about registration in so many different countries that you can work as a nurse. You don't have to limit yourself to the United States, but if you want to work in the United States, go for it, because it has a lot to offer for nurses. My name is Manuel. Take good care of yourself. See you in the next video. Bye.